I want to bring you some live pictures now. This is Boston, Lincolnshire, where we know that a 9-year-old girl has been killed.
Died in Boston yesterday evening as Lilia Valutitier. She died on Fountain Lane yesterday evening as a result of what we believe to be a stab wound. Our thoughts continue to be with Lilia's family and friends, and we're doing everything that we can to support them in what is a truly devastating incident. We're still working through a number of lines of inquiry. We have specialist officers and detectives working around the clock to ensure we can progress our investigations as quickly as we can. We're still appealing for members of the public to get in touch, if they haven't already done so, by calling 101 and quoting incident number 419 of yesterday's date, the 28th of July, or they can report anonymously via Crime Stoppers. People who are wanting to leave tributes can do so at the corner of Fountain Lane and Fountain Place. Thank you.
Brief statement there. That is Chief Superintendent Kate Anderson of Lincolnshire Police. They're updating us on the murder of this 9-year-old girl who died from a suspected stab wound in Boston last night. Officers called out just after 6 o'clock, in fact. We do know that 2 people have been arrested. It's not clear at this stage what they have been arrested for, but the girl now has actually been named. Let's bring in Inzamam Rashid, who is in Boston for us this afternoon. So, Inzi, we now have an identity as to this 9-year-old girl.
Yeah, that just confirmed by Lincolnshire Police now. They say that they can confirm the identity of the 9-year-old girl who sadly died in Boston yesterday as Lilia Valutitier. They say that she died here on Fountain Lane as a result of what they believe to be a stab wound. It was around 6:20 last night in the Boston area of Lincolnshire where they attended that call. The East Area Commander, Chief Superintendent Kate Anderson, who just spoke a few moments ago, said that our thoughts continue to be with Lilia's family and friends, and if any members of the public have information that might assist, please call 101. Quoting the incident number 419, and they say that people can report anything anonymously as well. The understanding of the investigation currently, there was no real update of the investigation that's ongoing, but there are 2 people that have been arrested. That was an update that came earlier this morning. They've also added that those who want to lay a tribute can leave them at the corner of Fountain Lane and Fountain Place here in Boston. But just a bit about the current situation and the investigation. Police said this morning that they arrested 2 people in connection with this incident. They believe that this is an isolated incident that took place here in Boston, and they say that they're pursuing an extensive line of inquiries and have committed a number of resources to this investigation as well. Just here where the police have been since last night, there has been a number of forensic operations that have been going on. We just saw some police officers doing some line searches in this car park of an accountant's behind us as well, but clearly still plenty of investigating to do. As we know now, the family and the police confirming that this 9-year-old girl who was sadly fatally stabbed yesterday is known as Lilia Valutitier. Police say that her parents are also currently being supported by specialist officers, and Kate Anderson had actually said earlier today that she can only imagine the grief and pain that they are going through. Their welfare and the welfare of those who she knew is a priority to them. This is, of course, a hugely tragic incident in an area which they say, they don't see many incidents like this in Boston, Lincolnshire, but of course it was one that occurred last night around 6:20 p.m. That 9-year-old girl sadly dying as a result of what police say is a stab wound, and she's now been named as Lilia Valutitier by the police.
Inzi, thank you for updating us. So we'll come back to you if there are any more developments, of course, but